Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell something about your hearing situation?
Yes, hi. So my name is Mariia, and I started my hearing loss journey started when I was 16 to 17. So I kind of started to notice that my hearing is off, and that's when I was diagnosed with sensorineural hearing loss, and it progressed over the course of 8 to 10 years. And by the time I was 27, I decided to get a CI. So I was using Cochlear Implant for almost 3.5 years now.
So you're an experienced CI user.
Yes, I'd say so. I'm an experienced user. And also, I have scientific background. So I have a PhD in neurobiology. So I was interested in how technology works, and I tested different mapping strategies and kind of listened to how they sound in terms of speech perception, classical music perception, and pop song music perception. So not only am I experienced, but I'm an interested Cochlear implant user.
Yeah, you're really the expert we're looking for because we have made some simulations.
Yeah.
We've taken an original sound, music sound, and we made 3 different simulations. And the first simulation is what people could hear with a short electrode, so that the low tones under 500 hertz could not be transmitted.
Yes.
The second one is with a longer electrode, stimulating the low tone zone and with a fine structure processing. And the last one, we added to that a redefinition where the different frequencies are placed, allocated in the anatomy-based fitting. And we would like to hear from you whether our simulations correspond to what you experience.
Yes.
So maybe we can start with the short electrodes,
With the short.
the
Yes.
short one.
So I do have a program where last 4 electrodes of my array are switched off. So it's just 8 electrodes. So it's kind of comparable. And the imitation of the song literally sounds accurate to what I'm hearing. So what happens to the melody on a short electrode array? It feels really imbalanced on low frequency tones because kind of they're not completely gone, but they're really, really quiet. So it feels like, half the band is gone or playing just a bit lazy. But the imitation is pretty accurate, I'd say.
And in real life, in this setting, do you are able to make a difference between male and female voices, or does that disappear then?
On short electrode arrays, yes, this disappears. And also sometimes the difference between voices and musical instrument disappears too. So it's kind of really need to listen really closely and attentively to make, the sense where is human voice and where is the instrument. So, yeah.
And now we go to the longer electrodes with apical stimulation. Was that an upgrade for you?
Yes, moving to, longer electrodes array, so switching all those 4 electrodes and also having the fine structure. It does improve drastically the sound quality. And I have to say that switching from FS4 to FS4P, where 2 electrodes can be stimulated in fine structure manner, gives richness to music. It gives volume and tonal richness, and it just sounds way better than a shorter electrode or CIS coding. So it does improve quality of sound.
Even for me, with normal hearing, I found in this strategy that this is a little bit out of tune. Do you experience that too?
Yes, I think that's true. And actually, when you can try singing along when you listen to music. So I can tell that, I'm off when I sing along on FS, on CIS when compared to FS4 and FS4 compared to parallel stimulation.
Yeah.
So it's improvements every step on the way.
And then the last addition, adding anatomy-based fitting,
Yes.
getting the frequencies at their right natural place. Is that also a step forward?
Yes, it is a step forward. And as I heard snippets of your stimulation, I have to say that the last one that imitates anatomy-based feeding does not imitate it like completely accurately. In the sense that I hear better than the imitation goes. So
Okay, you hear better than the imitation. All right.
So I can hear the difference between original music on FS4 and then anatomy-based feeding, and then the imitation. So the imitation is not good enough to what I hear.
We have to improve our imitation.
Yeah, the imitation has to be improved a bit, just to be more close to original.
Yeah. And are you listening quite regularly to music, or is there a preference of the type of music you're listening to, apart from your personal preference? But I want to say the quality of the sound you get. Is there a difference in classical music, in songs, or in jazz, or in pop music?
Yes, okay, so I need to tell that my preference changed over the course of my rehabilitation. So I started listening to music about, 3 to 6 months post-activation. And I started with very rhythmical music, and that has like rap songs or something like that. And then I moved on to more complicated music like
sorry that I didn't mention rap.
Yeah.
It's not really...
So I don't like listening to rap anymore. It's more of, I'd say, jazz and classical music. And I really enjoy female voices, like songs with female voices, which is also a huge change because in my first 3 months post-op, I couldn't listen to it because the vocals were just off. It sounded like seagulls. But within 3 years, I love it. Like, I enjoy listening to pop songs with female singers.
That is great. What would you love to improve further on in what you're hearing? What is the aspect that still disturbs a little bit or could be better?
Oh, well, I can say I lack something in the sound of music because for a long time during my deafness and usage of hearing aids, music was off limits for me. It was unreachable. So now I feel just excited that I can listen to it. But in terms of technology, right now we have FS4, which is fine structure coding on last 4 channels. And I wonder if it can be improved to being, FS6 or something, so you can have fine structure coding on some previous frequencies too. I think that will be an improvement. It's like my theory is that will be an improvement.
I guess we just have to ask it.
Yeah, I already did, to be fair.
Okay.
So technically I think it's possible. Yeah. And I feel like there were some studies showing that fine structure coding happens in middle frequencies too, not just, low frequencies. So I think that's the improvement I'm looking forward to.
Thank you very much for this interview.
Yes, thank you very much for this interview too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.